Hey, before we get into this, I wanted to say that if you're an artist, hit me up on Twitter or Instagram. I want to get some art for the channel. I will pay. No AI art though. I don't really rock with the AI stuff. But if you make art, just DM me on Instagram or Twitter. My links are in the description. Anyways, for what pretty much everyone else here came for, the anime. Let's just get straight into it. It's pretty late and I got stuff to do. Now, the title of the show pretty much explains everything you need to know. We got two characters, and as you can see, they hate each other. Don't remember the dude's name, so I'm gonna call him MC, and the girl's name is Akane. Now, when I say they hate each other, it's really just her, because she be starting stuff all the time, and MC just wants to be left alone. But if you read the title, you already know what's up. Even though they hate each other, their grandparents put them in an arranged marriage, and they were kind of forced to marry each other. Not only did they force them to get married, they went the extra mile and got them their own house for the two of them to stay in. And awkwardly enough, they even have to share a bed together. Now, with all this happening, they agreed to keep all this marriage stuff a secret because they want to avoid attention from everyone else. Now that we got the introductions out the way, it honestly surprised me how even though they hate each other, they're able to live together pretty easily. And you know, it's kind of hard to tell that they hate each other because the way they be acting, you would think they actually like each other. Because by episode 3, it becomes pretty apparent that they gotta have some type of feelings for each other. Now, everything is all lovely until one day one of Akane's friends actually comes up to her and tells her that she has a crush on MC. I know, pretty bold, but they kind of all knew each other for a good minute. Now, obviously hearing this, Akane's gonna feel some type of way. I mean, it's still her husband that she's talking about. But right now, Akane's in that weird stage of romance where they don't know that they like somebody. So Akane tells her friend that she'll support them and she'll help them get together or whatever. You know, even though she's technically married to MC, it doesn't mean they can't have their own love life because they're not in love with each other. They're just doing it to please their grandparents. So Akane just tells her friend, go for it. Her friend's name is Himari, by the way. And Himari actually ends up asking MC out, but MC ends up rejecting her because he's married. And he feels like even though he doesn't like the person he's married to and he knows the person he's married to is cool with it, it's still kind of fucked up to date someone else while you're married. After hearing Himari got rejected, this made Akane feel relieved, yet somehow she still doesn't realize her feelings. But that's a whole different argument. Also, if you're wondering how Himari took the rejection, basically she didn't take the rejection at all. And even after he turned her down, she keeps trying to get with him. She's just openly flirting with bro at this point. And MC keeps turning her down, but that's whatever. But then literally right after getting done with Himari, another girl shows up. This time it's Akane's sister. Her name is Maho. But unlike every other girl, Maho actually doesn't rock with MC. But even though she doesn't like MC, she wants to marry MC. Reason being is so Akane doesn't have to be with MC. They thought since it was their grandparents that made them get married, it didn't really matter who got married to who, as long as they were from the same family. So this girl Maho just wants to switch places with Akane so Akane can be free and not have to be married to a guy she don't like. Now, I can't show it, but this girl Maho did a lot of weird shit to try to get with MC, and Akane ended up actually getting mad at both of them because Maho did some questionable things which led to some misunderstandings. But then Maho just had a heart attack out of nowhere, and then on some Tyler Perry shit, they just decided to put it in the past and keep family close or some stupid shit like that. But literally these two will not get a break because literally right after the thing with Maho, people around their school started figuring out that the two of them might have something going on. So a whole bunch of rumors start spreading around the school that the two of them are dating. I'm talking about Akane and MC. I don't know why I have to clarify that, but I didn't. So the two of them actually ended up explaining to Himari what's going on. And Himari comes up with the genius idea to counter the rumors. Basically, her and MC are going to start fake dating because if they think MC's with a different girl, the rumors will go away. So MC and her start acting like a couple while they are around school. And this helps get rid of the rumors. But you gotta remember, Himari actually likes MC. So she takes this fake relationship thing a little far. She even ends up taking MC back to her home to hang out. And what's crazy is after they hang out, Himari actually calls Akane and she starts bragging about hanging out with MC. I'm gonna be real right now, this arc right here is like my favorite part of the whole show. You're gonna see why. It's honestly crazy because Himari knows that Akane likes MC. And obviously hearing about this shit is affecting Akane, but she's gonna keep playing it cool, saying she don't care because she don't know how she feel or whatever. But to make it even worse, she ends up kissing MC out of nowhere. And of course this news is going to make it back to Akane. So Akane ends up coming to Himari on some sad shit, and Himari dead ass told her, you better lock in before I take your mans. Now thankfully, instead of taking all this out on MC like your usual heroine would do, she comes back to Himari a little bit later to confront her about this. Basically, she came to her and just told her to stop with the fake dating stuff because she's taking it too far. And Akane actually does something that she's been struggling to do for the past 12 episodes. She finally admits that she likes MC. She tells Himari that she likes MC and that she wants her to back off. Technically, they're still married, so, you know? But then Himari was like, nah, how you gonna hate MC for all this time? And then when I start getting close to him, you decide, oh, you like him now. Valid point. So now these motherfuckers just kind of argue back and forth for like a good 2 minutes straight. But then Himari just turns around and says, oh, nah, I was just playing with you. I did all this on purpose so that you could finally admit that you like MC. Like she went overboard on purpose so that Akane would finally act, because Himari knew that Akane liked MC for this whole time. But don't get it confused, Himari still likes MC. So the two of them just kind of like agree to fight for him fairly, like every other harem ends, you know, when the girls come together and all admit they like MC. So they're like, let's fight for him fairly because we're all cool, yada yada. That's pretty much the cliche in every harem. You know what I'm talking about. And then after this, the anime kind of just ends right there. Honestly, my favorite part of this whole show was the dialogue between MC and Akane. I really didn't include much of it because if you already know my style of videos, I don't really be talking about the slice of life things. I just get straight through the plot. But honestly, their dialogue is like my favorite part of the whole show because they be shit talking. And that's one reason why I said this little arc at the end with Himari was probably my favorite part of the whole show, because Himari was shit talking. I honestly haven't watched an actually funny anime for a minute. Anyways, that's all for this. I will see y'all when I see y'all. Like I said at the start though, any artists want to hit me up, hit me up. Also, I actually forgot to say this, but if you can do animations, hit me up as well because I need an outro.